class, this is Jerry Jankowski again. This is the third in a series of probably it's going to be about four different YouTube videos to show you how to work in Adobe Illustrator. And this particular assignment or project is to work on a infographic. And the subject of the infographic is when is it too hot? Basically to have you, your pet, or anybody left in a car, especially in the sun and especially with the with the windows rolled up. Okay, so I just want to do a little background here. This is an assignment where supposedly we get the sketch from a client, and this often happens a lot. This is how a lot of us do work. You'll get something emailed or text to you and say, here's a quick little sketch, can you do something like this? Okay, so here we go. It's what we call a rough sketch. It's not meant to be detailed, it's just meant to have the most important elements in it. Okay, so if you look at this, you see a car in the middle with a dog. You see some like heat rays coming off the car, and there is the title, when is it too hot for your dog, and a sun and a couple thermometers on each side, a cityscape in the bottom, and then some stuff to do if you do see a dog in a car in a situation like this. Could be a cat, and hopefully it's not a child, okay, but just as bad in many ways is a pet or any other animal that could be suffering. Okay, you notice there's a skyline in the background, and okay, so let's get going. Let's see what I've been working on. If you've been through the last number 2 video, here you go. This is where I'm at. You notice some changes from when you saw this last, namely the car and these thermometers. Now, when I start drawing something, I've told you before, I can't really draw from imagination. I can't pull stuff out of my head. So I do need to look at stuff. And in a case like this, it's really easier to just look at other illustrations that's been done. Not to copy, but just to be inspired and follow some of the details and some of the look of what they're doing. Notice the thermometer. You see black, heavy black outline here. What I like about here is this light white outline. That's what I'm going to make this black when I put in a background here so I can see it better. The car, you notice, has been changed a lot. Okay, this is also why I encourage you to do 2 different artboards. I like to use the one on the right because I'm right-handed, so I work on the one on the left. I put stuff on the right, and then I kind of look at it. I can trace over it. I could bring this over here, and I could put it underneath, which actually I did. But this was the car that we saw last time that I made out of just shapes. I have just changed it, but it basically is there. What you see here is the shading that I put in. Okay, let's put that back. Notice the shading on here. I was kind of inspired to do shading on here. Easy to do. All you need to do is know the color that you're working on here. Let's just go to the eyedropper and sample it. Okay, that's the color here and the color there. If you double click on it here, it's going to give you this range of tints to shades. Again, tints are white, mixes of white. Shades are mixes of black. This is pure white, pure black. And then we move over here toward color. Okay, I want a little bit of a darker color. This is where I'm at. Let's go. That's about all you need, okay? And that's what I basically made this shadow in, okay? So, or shading, not shadow, shading. See? There it is. Okay, and it's right here. You can click on it and pull it down and put it right there. I already have mine there, okay? So you always have that color. These are colors I've made right here, these 4, and I'm saving them. Again, here, let me pull this down. This is swatches, okay? So here we go. These are the 4 colors, not these, but these 4 I've made in different shades and tones of red. Okay, so we got that. In case you're kind of going, wow, you really changed the the car. Yeah, I did. But not a lot. There's not really a whole lot there, but it does look a lot different, a lot better, I think. The lights, these reflections, I can't do this by memory, so I took some stuff off of here. I didn't do it all. This is a lot more detailed than I care to be. My frame is a little different than this, but I put in a driver's license too on the front. I mean, a plate, and it's too hot for you. Okay, so you make up your own. And here's like a little fake little a head ornament that I put on here. Okay, so let's get going here. Remember that layers. Let's refresh layers. Top layer. We haven't started that yet. I think I'm going to reserve that actually for all my type, all my text that I put on. Here's the bottom layer, which basically is everything right now. Okay? And here's a sketch layer. So you can kind of click on and click off. Notice I'm not, excuse me, following it exactly, but pretty close. Okay? So if you ever have any question when you're working with a client, you can always stop, do a screen capture, screen save, whatever, if you're working on PC or Mac, and send it to the client and say, am I along the correct lines? But generally, if you're following their directions, you should. Okay, let's go back to the directions here. When is it too hot for your dog? Set in impact. We could do that. What else is there going on here? We still need to put this in. There's text in here. There's the background. Let's work with some of these things that we need some images with. Cell phone icon and a police officer icon. Now, do they really want a cell phone here? Let's read this. Text in the bar. If you see a dog left in a hot car, make a graphic icon on the left of a cell phone. Okay, they want a cell phone. I'm going to try to talk the client out of a cell phone. And again, this is just imaginary, but I'm just saying, like, this is what I would be thinking. A cell phone is more than just a camera. It also is for getting messages, for taking videos. So I want kind of an old-timey image of a camera. And then this says take a photo of the license plate. On the right, call the police or local animal control. And this says police officer icon. Okay, so that could be a lot of things. That could be a badge, a hat. Let's look into this right now. Also, the background, a cityscape. I want to put my my home city of Chicago in there. So let's go. What you want to do is, I'm going to use Safari. It doesn't really matter what your browser is. But go in and type in Google or in the top of your browser. First of all, what you want is basically clip art. So let's do camera. Vector. That's what we're working in, vector. Maybe we'll get some free vector clip art. That would be great. And for this, you can use clip art. It is okay. Okay, camera vector clip art. Okay, but if you don't get free, you really can't just take something. So let's put free and let's cross our fingers. Okay. Okay, here's a bunch of stuff. Images. Oh, I don't like any of this. This I like. We want something very simple. This is too stylized. Here's a bunch of them. Vecteezy. I wonder if this one's going to be free. I don't think so. How about this one? Free vectors. Now, when you see this checkerboard pattern, that almost always means that this is a no background, which is exactly what we would like. I'm totally crazy about all the roundness of this, but how about this one? I kind of like this one better. Or this one. But I kind of want the no background. So let's visit. Oh, this one's even better. Let's go with this one. Visit. free download. Image swap. What is this? Let's. I don't know if I want to go here. View clip art. Download. I really don't want to give out my email. See, okay, this isn't free because they're going to sell your. As far as I'm concerned, it's not free. Okay, so this is next to free, and I am just taking it. I'm pulling it right off, and there it is. Okay, so I don't know if this was really kosher to do, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so I have this over to the side. You can't see it, but I have it over on my desktop here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I have that, a clock. I'm going to need a clock here. Let's do the police or local animal control thing here next. Okay, so Safari, camera vector. Let's do police vector. There used to be a lot more free stuff. There just doesn't seem to be the free stuff there used to be. Okay, too much, whoa, way too much detail. Here, let's look at some. So, if you've got some really easy way to get this stuff, go for it. If you have a subscription where you maybe have a lot of free stuff, yeah, you don't want stuff like this. This is supposed to be neutral. You don't want to make a lot of people mad. This looks really dorky. I wouldn't do that. Let's see. Oh, this dog actually looks kind of cute. I'm thinking I'm going to need a dog for my car. So, but he's too happy. He's too happy. Let's see. What else do we have here? You know what? I think I might just take this image and just clip art. Let's see if this is free. Okay, you know what? I don't know if this is free either. Wow, look at this car. This is really beautifully rendered. Okay, let's go back. I'm just going to make one myself. I'm just going to bring this in. Click. I'm putting this on my desktop. I just dragged it in. It's a JPEG, by the way, on your desktop. I'm going to redraw this. I'm not going to waste any more time. This stuff is really easy to do with shapes and some other stuff, so let's not waste our time. Okay, so we have that, and what about a background? Let's do, you choose your city. I'm choosing clip art. Clip art. Chicago skyline. Okay. There we go. Look at that beautiful city of Chicago. So much nicer than New York, right? Yeah, I know you all agree. Thank you. You all get A's. Okay, so here we go. Here is Chicago. And I think I'm going to have to remake this. I don't think I can just steal this. So, now, if you could buy it, if you want to buy it, go ahead. Go ahead. But just don't steal stuff. Oh, here's all just line work. That could be an interesting background. Just line work. Okay, I'm going to just pull this off to the side and keep it. Comes up as a JPEG. Oh, this looks beautiful. But, again, geez, I'm just really attracted to this for some reason. I'm going to pull this over here and keep this, okay? That could be really cool in the background. Okay. If you've ever been to Chicago, and if you haven't, I hope you do go. This is the old Sears building. I'm not sure what it's called now. The Hancock, this is Navy Pier, and that's where the Ferris wheel is. Okay, there's your tour of Chicago. And I think that's it for now for that. Okay, so you got that all set. Let's do some type, and let's do it on a top layer. So let's lock this so I don't accidentally put something here. And let's click on the top layer. Remember in Adobe Illustrator, it's not that layer intense like Photoshop, but it is good to have, like we have right here, about 3 or 4 layers. That's about all you need. Okay, let's start on the top. When is it too hot for your dog? It's supposed to be an impact, all caps. Center the type. Rest of the type, use Arial. Okay, so do that. If those are the notes from the client, do that. Okay, so when is it too hot for your dog? Okay, so let's do that. Click on the type tool. Click and pull. That's all. That's just fake type that comes up. They call that lorem ipsum. Okay, when? Let's do it all caps. When is it too hot for your dog? Question mark. Okay. And again, the font is impact. The rest will be Arial. Okay. We go up here. Now make sure you're in Essentials Classic, because otherwise your desktop or this is going to look different. Your working area will look different. Okay, so right up here is the control bar. We have Myriad Pro, and we want to just type in IMP. Whoop, IMP. There it is. Impact. And let's make it larger, okay? We got impact, regular. I think that's all there is regular. Yeah, there's no bold or light or anything. Let's click the top arrow here for the font. See that? Bottom makes it smaller. Top makes it bigger. So let's just see how big it needs to be. I don't know. Okay, that looks pretty good. Where should we position it? Well, we can always change it. Okay, make sure we're the right layer. Okay, top layer. Yep. Okay, I am going to select all of this, and then for paragraph, click on paragraph and click on this one. This is Align Center, so that's what you want. Click off. Okay. Move it around. I'm trying to look at kind of the type behind it. I mean the sketch behind it. That's about right. Okay. Just needs to be bigger. When is it too hot for your dog? Let's make that larger. 56 point. Let's do like 64 and see what it looks like. Ah, there, that looks good. When is it too hot for your dog? I'm not going to worry about the color right now. One thing you have to try to remember, don't do your type all in one color. When you modify type, either the size or upper lowercase or lowercase or whatever you're doing, that's called styling. And styling also means color. So what kind of color works good? Now, if you in class, we talked about color theory, and 2 of the basic color ways to think about color is cool colors and warm colors, and then you have colors that are opposite on the color wheel, and that would be, blue would be orange. The opposite of blue is orange. So if you put orange on blue or blue on orange, they really will separate because they are opposite colors. Green and red are another. Okay, so what would happen if this is kind of a yellow-orange? So what would happen if I put this as kind of a blue-purple? Let's see what would happen. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. I like to make sure that color will also be somewhere else on here. So let's just leave that for now. Okay. Dogs can die of a heat stroke within 15 minutes. Okay, let's do that. type tool, click, and I'm going to pull down and fill up this whole box. Okay, it's way too big, and it has the same font and specifications as what I just did. So that's up here. It's obviously too big. Right away, let's go over here on the right. These are presets. Let's go to, oh, I don't know, 24. Let's do 24. Also here, remember they asked for Arial only. So let's do Arial. A-R-I-A-L. Okay, you got all this Arial. So let's just do Arial narrow. So it fits in there, okay? Narrow would be like condensed, okay? So let's start this. Dogs can die of heat stroke within 15 minutes. Okay. Dogs. Should we do all caps or up or lower? Do they say? Dog can give any. Oh no, they release. Oh, here it is. Make a box that has flowing dogs. Well, they do have it in all capitals, so let's do that. All caps. Dogs can die of heat. Stroke in 15 minutes. I don't know if they're putting periods on it. Doesn't look like it, so let's not do it. Okay, so it seems a little bit light. And the background's a little distracting. The sketch, let's get rid of the sketch. There we go. Dogs can die of heat stroke in 15 minutes. Okay. It looks like 15 is really large in the sketch, so let's do that too. Okay, what's that gonna look? Not sure about that. And I don't like heat stroke looking like that. So we're going to have to, this is kind of a mess right now, I'm going to be very honest with you, this is a mess. Within 15 minutes, let me work on this. I'm going to need to work on this. Also, this heat stroke, either we need it more condensed or something. Let's look at narrow. Let's look at all the different sizes again. Regular, italic. Let's go here. Character. Arial bold. Let's find a, maybe if we need just another Arial. Let's look for another Arial. Here's an Arial. It's got 4, Arial rounded. We don't want Arial rounded. Arial narrow. Again, let me work on this. I need to put some time into this. I'm not quite sure. How am I going to fix this? 15 minutes. Making the box bigger now. Again, I want heat stroke inline and no. There, that fits in 15 minutes. But it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So I'm going to work on this later on. Okay, so what else do we have? We have the background put in yet. So we got something. We started our type, which is good, and we have our top layer for that. Okay, let's work with the background now. Okay, we almost don't need the sketch layer anymore. So maybe we'll just use that layer for a background, or we could do the bottom layer and have this as a background too. Okay, so let's first do the background sky. Okay, so that would be, let's do the bottom layer for that. Okay, I want to put a blue gradient here. Okay, now here is my rectangle tool. It's black here. We don't want black. We want, oh, we want a blue, a nice blue. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to click, and oh, it's locked. Got to unlock, otherwise you can't do anything. Okay, click, pull, and it's going to stop about right there. Okay, now what should we do? Well, we have to make it go to back. That's one thing for sure, of course. But let's do a gradient on this. Now, you can do it. There's two different ways to do a gradient. Now, there's a gradient tool here. You could click on this, go here. Notice it's selected. Make sure this is selected. Click and pull. It's not selected. There it is. But we don't want it to go that way. We want it this way. Or click, pull. We want it this way. Okay. You're saying, well, we don't want black. As I said, it always defaults to black and white, or basically gray. So what you want to do then is go to the gradient here, which isn't there. So go to Window, Gradient. There it is. Pick the blue you want from your swatches, and then just drag it in here. We have the right type. It's linear. We don't want this gradient, radial. That would be circular. So we do have this. That's correct. Let's click on the blue and drop it right in. Okay? And there it is. Okay? Now go up to Object, Arrange, Send to Back. And there we are again, too. Notice it's covering up a lot of the background. So we're going to have to fix that. Okay? But we're pretty much there in terms of the background. Let me fix this up just a little bit. There we go. That's looking good. Let's make this white, because I want this white. Okay. Instead of black here, let's make this, let's go down here and make this white. There we go. This is what I want. This is what I was thinking of doing. Again, you always have to think ahead with this. Here we go. Kind of hard to see, so let's make this larger. For some reason, I'm going to click on the background and lock it. Object, lock, selection. The reason I'm doing that is I'm having a hard time selecting this. So let's go here and select. I put a marquee over it. So let's see if I can figure out where the heck it is. Okay, I'm just going to click for this. I'm going to click white. Oh, good, it happened. This is what I want. I was hoping that would happen. And then here. There we go. And then I guess we have the same thing. Good. That's what I want. Doesn't that look better? I think that looks a lot better. And it separates from the background some more. Okay. I still have to put the numbers in, the degrees, and I have to put the text down here with the arrows. Okay. When is it too hot for your dog? I think we're going to keep this the way it is for now in purple, and just and keep working. Okay, so here we go. Um, I'm going to do Command minus so it's smaller. I want to put gray on the bottom here. So that's what the bottom is going to be here. So let's do click, pull, and I think I'm just going to do a flat gray. Lighter or darker? Let's do lighter for now, or kind of a mid. And then I'm going to have it send it to back. Object, range, send to back. There we go. Okay. We do have some stuff that we definitely, what's this? Looks like part of a headlight here. Let's do ungroup and get rid of it. There we go. Okay. I think that's going to be it for this particular video. And the next one, we're going to really concentrate on putting the type in. As far as the, let's see, let's look at some of this. Here is this. Again, this is some of the clip art that I got. We're going to have to work with this, and we're going to have to create art out of this. So let's do that for next time. I'm going to delete this. What we're going to do is work on it right here. So we don't need this anymore. So delete. That's it. I'm also going to make this a little bit lighter. Remember with opacity? Let's do this at 50 so I can see a little bit more below it, and this one too here. Oh, I locked it. Object, unlock all. Okay, I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to make this 52. So there's all this stuff we can see in the background. Okay, so I think that's it for this video, and we are going to get into more type in the next one, and do those little illustrations, those little like clip art illustrations. I'm going to bring them over here. In fact, I think I'm just going to do it right now. Let's put these away. Gradient, transparency, stroke. Notice you can just grab them and put them here. You can put these icons back. There we go. Okay. Stroke. There. So they're all right there. Okay. Nice and neat. All right. And I'm going to grab this last one. This swatches. So isn't that nice? Just all these icons in a row here. Okay. So let's put this here. Doesn't need to be that large. It's way too large. Okay. Here's the police. Be a little bit larger. There you go. And let's see, we had the background for Chicago here. So, oh wow, it's very, very, very small. That's okay. Okay, so we have to create this art for the background. Okay. So I hope you're doing fine in what you're doing in your project as you work on it. Again, just keep following me. If you have any questions, just please email me. Obviously, I'm talking to my class here. But this is a really good project to have in your portfolio, okay? So that is going to be all for us right now. And we will see you then on the next video. Let's call this number 3.